from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Happy new planner season. I am so excited. I have this amazing sneak peek of the new MakseLife 2025 planner line. All of these amazing new planners, products, and accessories launch on October 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. That's 1 p.m. Eastern time. I also just want to give a huge thank you to MakseLife. I'm so honored to be part of the review crew again this year. And this year, my review crew package was actually gifted to me. So MakseLife did give me a shop credit in order to pick out the things that I wanted from the launch myself. And MakseLife is also paying me a small fee to help promote their launch day. But of course, and as always, all opinions are my real opinions and my own. So again, just thank you so much to MakseLife. I'm so excited to be able to share this with you. And I am also a member of the MakseLife affiliate team. If you enjoy my video or my content in general and you want to shop with my link, it is down in the description below. Doing so does not change your shopping experience, but it does help support this channel. I also do have a discount code with MakseLife, which I will put across the screen right there. So using that code can also save you 10%. I will leave some timestamps in this video in case you want to jump around. I'm going to go through the planner in detail first, share some of the new features, new covers, different things like that, and then we'll get into the accessories. This video is actually going to be part 1 of 2. There are some other accessories and goal setting accessories, we'll call them. We'll get into that in a minute, that I actually don't have quite yet. They will be available for launch day, and I should have mine ahead of launch day. Usually it would have gotten combined into one video, but while this video is going up, I am actually in Disney World, so yay for me, but that does mean that the second part of this video is gonna have to wait till I get back from my trip. There's tons of other affiliates on the review crew. Check out my Instagram. I'll make sure to link some other people's videos in case you want to see something that I don't have or don't have yet. All right, let's get into it. So this launch looks a little bit different than last year. This is the flagship planner launch. There are no new companion notebooks this year, and there's no new daily planners this year. The daily planners recently got a revamp, and the companion notebooks from last year are still available if you want to pick them up during this launch. I have the pink ones from last year. There's also a green set, but there is no new set of companion notebooks. MakseLife did share that they were probably going to be doing undated releases in the spring, summer, and dated releases in the fall for the new year. So that's how things are gonna work moving forward. So we've got the dated products. I do actually have the vertical and the horizontal planner, so I'm really excited about that. Probably already heard the big news, the big change for this year is that MakseLife covers are now interchangeable, and they're actually interchangeable vegan leather covers. I'm so excited about this. So we will definitely be testing this out. One of the things that I do have coming that I don't have my hands on yet are some additional covers, which I'm really excited for. Blackberry Fields, which was one of the flagship designs from about 2 years ago. That was like my all-time favorite cover. That was available as an interchangeable one, so I did pick that up. Really excited. So I do have, this is my vertical planner, and this is my horizontal planner, but again, these are interchangeable, so we can see how those work, even though I don't have the extra covers in my hands right now. There are also 2 gifts with purchase available for this year. First, if you buy any flagship planner, your order will come with this little charm accessory with the little wheel. So cute. I absolutely love this. You can like clip it on your keys. You can clip it on the bottom of your planner. Yeah, so it's just really, really cute. And this one is the compass. All of them will come with the compass. There aren't different designs or anything like that as of yet. And this will be free with all flagship planners until the end of day, Monday, October 28th. And as well, you can pick it up for $8 if you want additional ones. Then with any order, while supplies last from now until they run out, they also are bringing back the Reflections notebook. So this is the 2024 Reflections notebook edition. It's blind embossed on the cover there. It's really pretty. So it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but that is what that looks like. I think setup wise, it's pretty much the same as last year questions wise. So this has been the freebie during launch for the past kind of like 3 years. This is the one that we had from last year, which I have is filled out. I will be working through this. I actually think I'm going to try and start this in November this year. Your flagship planners do come in a box. All of the boxes are the Moxie pinstripe. They're all the same, so that does not change based on what cover you pick out. You can get any cover with the vertical or the horizontal. The covers are interchangeable, and in addition to being interchangeable, they're actually reversible as well. We're gonna play around with that. So you can have this as the design. So if you see here, that is like, this becomes the back cover if you want the yellow checks. And then you can see here, so you would still have the little logo on the back, and then the back inside cover is blank, and then that becomes your front cover. So really, really cool. I love that. So you get 2 for 1 in the covers. This one is called Dream Big, and it's just got these navy blue polka dots on white, and it just says Dream Big, Start Small. I actually just really love this. I thought this was so cute. This one is called Floral, and it is an artist collab. The artist's name is Emma Craner, and she's actually Hannah Camplan's daughter, if you know Hannah, which is so exciting. Honestly, I'm pretty sure she's like only 18 or 19 years old, and she's a watercolor artist, and she painted this, and how beautiful is it with like the little strawberries and the flowers. I just thought that's really, really pretty. Plus, so amazing, so talented. Yeah, just a really beautiful cover, really cool story. Love to support someone from the community, and how cool is it that it's Hannah's daughter? I thought that was so special. So I did pick that one up. I always love to get the floral cover anyways. But yeah, so these are the 2 covers I have. This one I have in the horizontal, and this one I have in the vertical. But again, it doesn't matter because our covers are all interchangeable. The flagship planners are $78 a piece. That, I believe, is the same price as last year. And again, you get the entire goal setting system, all of your weekly spreads, monthly spreads, all of the goals pages and everything like that, all in one planner for $78. Then you can pick up additional covers in addition to all of the new cover designs, which are all going to be available as interchangeable covers. There are also some throwback designs that are available. So I did pick up the Blackberry Fields, which was one of the flagship covers from, I believe, 2 years ago, that was designed by Cindy Gunderbaldo, who I love on YouTube, and also it's probably my favorite Maxi cover of all time. So I did grab that as well. And then I also picked up the Peggy Yellow, which is a 2020 throwback. So super, super cool. They have like a bunch of the top selling covers of all time available as interchangeable covers, because again, now the planners, 1, they're interchangeable so you can use them now, but 2, if you remember that the MakseLife planners used to be on wire O binding, and now they're on these coils, so we have that. And the covers are all reversible, including the ones that are being sold separately, and the additional covers, if you're picking up any covers to swap out in your planner, they're gonna be $22 each. Now, MakseLife and Erin Condren planners, if you're thinking of other interchangeable covers, don't exactly fit on each other's planners. The thickness of the coil is pretty much the same, but there's a different number of circles going down. I forget what. There's a different number of circles going down. I think MakseLife is like 1 longer than Erin Condren maybe. So the covers are you're not gonna be able to very neatly swap an EC cover onto a MakseLife planner or vice versa. These feel very thick. I was a little surprised when I pulled them out of the box by like the way they feel kind of texturally. They're definitely on the thicker side, much thicker than the Erin Condren vegan leather planners, but they're also on there like super secure. Like I do not think that you would be able to just shake this off or anything like that. So the first thing that we can do is swap out one of these covers. I'm actually just gonna reverse one. Let's go ahead and reverse these polka dots here. I thought that would be fun, and we can test that out. So pulling them off, I noticed this when I was unboxing this for the first time. Like be careful when you're taking them, because I don't want to bend any of the tines. So I'm just trying to move slowly as I peel it off. Again, these are really, really secure. Like you could take this in your bag and the cover is not going to come off while you're traveling or anything like that. So just want to be really careful while I'm moving that. So that's off. You can see I didn't want to bend any of those. And then again, 2025 vertical edition. Super exciting. I feel like, did I say 2024 during the intro? I hope not. But if I did, I'm sorry. So let's get the back cover off too. All right, so that's the back cover off. So now the front cover from the polka dot side, where it doesn't have the logo on it, that's gonna become the back cover here, so that we still have a logo on the back and a plain front. So now this is my first time popping a new cover on, so let's see. So I'm gonna grab my sticker tweezers and kind of use that to help me pop these in, which is usually what I do when they're a little tricky. But I also always find it's easier to put them on when they're open rather than like trying to put them on closed, if that makes sense. I definitely think if you are going to change your cover out a lot, they're going to loosen up over time because they definitely start very stiff. Okay, I was wrong. Actually, after getting it started, doing it like this is a lot easier than trying to do it while it's open. I feel like when I do the Erin Condren ones, it's easier to do open. This is actually, now that I got it started, this is actually pretty easy. Okay, so that is on back cover on, feels very secure. Again, I just go slow with it because I wouldn't want to bend all of these tines and everything like that. So all of the interior designs the flip designs are also unique. So just something to keep in mind while you're like choosing your cover. You might like it, especially if you like plainer designs or more black and white. Like I think the other inside of my other floral one is like an inked floral. So if you like something more simple, you can look at the interior designs. And again, even the throwback designs also have a different interior that you can also reverse. You're definitely gonna need some kind of tool to change these out, just anything like a pen or again, the tweezers or a bone folder to make sure that you can get these in, and there we go. So that was actually, once I figured it out, it's easy to do, so hopefully watching me do it will make it faster for you. I don't feel like I really did any damage. It's opening smoothly still, or at least as smoothly as the other one was before I messed with it. So yeah, so now I've got this yellow check on there instead. Super, super cute. Another thing to note about the cover is that they completely overhang the whole planner, including the tabs. So everything is inside the cover. You can kind of see where I'm pinching that. And like I said, this is very firm. You're not gonna accidentally bend this or anything like that. It is a very firm cover, even though it is vegan leather and interchangeable. So you can see kind of the foam right there. So I do have the vertical from last year as well, just so that you can see. I think design-wise, you can kind of see, I don't mean like the floral design-wise, but like cover design-wise. Again, this was a chipboard cover last year. The new covers are a little bit thicker than last year for sure. Weight-wise, a little bit heavier as well, but yeah, it's definitely a bit thicker than last year. And you can see the difference in the coil this year. I mean, that is not the same coil, not even close. So I'm really happy with that. This is a very thick and meaty planner. And if you are a person that uses stickers and is in this planner every week using stickers, that is going to chunk up. So I'm always like, give me the largest coil you have. So very excited to see that change. I think that's a great change. That was the back design from last year, so the logo is much smaller this year, more streamlined, and again, it is in a different color just depending on what cover you get. Again, I have one copy of the horizontal and one copy of the vertical in 2025. I am going to go through now, and I'm going to start by going through the goals pages and the goal setting system. Again, I've got timestamps below, so if you're really familiar with the MakseLife goal setting system and you want to skip this part, feel free. We're going to do that in the vertical, and I'm going to, off camera, I'm going to keep flipping through my 2024 edition, and I'm going to highlight any differences from last year as I see them. I know people really like to know that. It was one of the first things asked on the affiliate call when we went over the launch. But yeah, anyway, you do still get a ruler that comes with each planner. It's a coil clip ruler, all coil clip accessories from Erin Condren. So if you've got dashboards or bookmarks, stuff like that is gonna work. It's only if it needs to run like the full length of the planner because the number of tines isn't the same. But like, again, your rulers and your stencils and things like that clip in are all gonna work. So cover page design, exactly the same as last year, except it says 2025 instead of 2024. Then you've just got like this little connect page here and a welcome letter from Sierra. Both of these look identical to last year, including the message in the Welcome Center. I do think that that is the exact same as last year. And then we get into our goal setting page, and there are some changes this year. First of which is that you have a year at a glance first. So a 2025 year at a glance, it's color coded with the MakseLife colors, the ones that are gonna match throughout the planners. So again, like January in blue, February in like the red pink color, and you have just like a couple of lines of writing space in between, underneath each of the months, and this is for the full year. I believe this was in the back of the planner last year. So that's a really cool change, and then that backs right onto the tab page for goal setting pages. So just a couple places to organize your thoughts, organize key events or anything you've got going on throughout the year, trips, anything you know. I find like it's good to put like big picture things in this, or like monthly focuses. That's really helpful to have on these pages. Then we go into the layout of how the goal setting pages work. These pages are identical to the 2024 planner, and you've got all of the features of the planner here on this side. So it's like it says here, you've got your weekly notes pages. This is your space. Here are some ideas to customize it using projects, lists, notes, etc. We'll see that when we go through. There's also the weekly tips in here. The Wheel of Life icon, again, that's on the bottom of the of each page, where you could just do like a little gratitude or a power appointment, however you want to use that. If you've been around Moxie for a while, that did used to be a little heart icon, but now this is the second year, I think, that it's been the Wheel of Life. And then habit tracking, big part of the MakseLife system, habit tracking. Then you have your steps here. This outlines how you work the Moxie system, how you do the goals. So you start with the compass assessment, which is just this quiz. It's in here. You can also get it for free on their website. MakseLife has an absolutely amazing resource, a library resource of all free printables. You don't have to be, you don't have to purchase anything for them to access their printable library. You just have to be on their email. You just have to give them your email address. That's all, and you can print like copies of the planner layout, copies of all the goal setting pages. Literally almost every single page in this planner is available as a free printable, including the entire goal setting system. So you can do the entire MakseLife goal setting system completely for free if buying a new planner is not in your budget this year. So again, that starts with the compass assessment. It is a great tool for helping you think about your life in different ways, like that you hadn't thought of before. I really enjoy it. If you're a person who likes like kind of personality type quizzes, you'll like that, although this is more like rating different aspects of your life. It's also really helpful for deciding how to categorize different goals into into which life area or category. If you're completely unfamiliar with MakseLife, MakseLife has 8 different life categories, which we will get to in a minute, where you set goals. Then after your compass assessment, you set your intentions for the year. You know, why are you doing this? What do you want to accomplish big picture? Then you kind of break that down into your annual goals. There's also space for a vision board in here. Last year I was in the companion notebook, so this is all of the annual goals stuff, but just in the companion format. So the only difference between what is in here and what is in the 2024 flagship planner is just this is an A5 size. But so yeah, you have your compass assessment, there's the quiz, your intentions page. You can kind of see mine filled out, and then you get your goal setting pages, your annual goal setting pages. And then I always do like this kind of sticker mind map type thing for my word of the year. And I use the vision board page for that. So anyway, that's annual goals and vision. And then you get into your monthly process, live it. You know, you make your monthly goals. There's also monthly calendars in here. And then you also do your weekly actions. So annual goals break down into monthly goals, break down into weekly actions. It's a really great way to think about goal setting. This is the only goal setting system I've ever stuck with. I really can't speak highly enough about the MakseLife system. I do actually think that this has really changed my life and the way that I kind of just interact with the world. And then the last step here, number 5, we've got our monthly reflections and quarterly review. So just again, reflecting on your process, reflecting on how things are going, and making changes from there. It's a really fluid system. It's really great. You're encouraged to change your goals if they're not working for you. It's a really permissive goal setting system, which I think really, really helps. So then you get to your compass assessment. There's a lot of really great information in here. I'm not going to read this page for page, but again, we've got our compass wheel here, which is like the MakseLife icon theme. It's our little bookmark charm this year. And this is how we split into our life areas. So there's 8 life areas, and they each have a color. This color coding system is so ingrained in my brain at this point. Like all of my calendars, everything is just in this color coding system for me. I like don't even have to think about it. But your categories are personal, fun and recreation, work and learning, family and relationship, health and wellness, spiritual and personal growth, financial and physical environment. So it's really designed to be really inclusive of all people, like whatever your family situation is, if you're married with kids, if you're single, if it's just you, if you're talking about your extended family, it's super flexible. You could talk about your friends in there, romantic relationships, non-romantic relationships, however you want to categorize it. Likewise, work and learning works for students, whether you're working. I know people who are stay-at-home moms that use that area to put like their kind of mom life stuff in there. So whatever works for you. You don't have to live any one kind of life or be anything to work this system. So basically one of the things, and the reason they use the life compass and this numerical system is to strive for balance, right? Like you could be at a 10 for work and learning, like on a scale of 1 to 10, at a 10 for work and learning and at a 2 for fun and recreation. And that's not necessarily great for you for being at a 10, but maybe it's better to be at an 8 and an 8 and have a little bit more balance in your life. You know, just little things like that to think of so you can kind of work your way across the wheel and figure out which areas are you the strongest in and which areas are you lacking in, where you should maybe set some stronger goals. And then you get into the actual assessment, which again is a list of questions. I'm not going to read them. You can find them online for free if you want to see them. But they are categorized into the same buckets as I just went through in all of the life areas. And you just have 8 questions per each, and you can use that to give yourself a score. Basically just scoring yourself on 1 to 10 and taking the average. It does look like the assessment is exactly the same as last year. So if you've taken it, you will be familiar with it. My first year I did MakseLife, I took the assessment quarterly, and that was definitely too much. Last year I just took it once, and that was definitely much better. So I just took it at the beginning of the year, and that's what I plan to do again this time. And then after that, I just gave myself a subjective score each quarter instead of doing the assessment. And I think Sierra, who's the founder of MakseLife, the one always says just like do what works for you. But she said that too, like you don't need to take this every time. It's okay to give yourself a subjective score. Then you have your intentions page here. This also does look exactly the same as last year, and again, space for your word of the year. Then you get into the goal setting page. So like this has just tips for setting goals, how to work through the process to set goals, etc. Like instructions for writing clear goals and different types of goals. And none of this looks like it's changed year over year either. So you still have your kind of 3 different types of goals, which are stretch goals, 1 to 3 big stretch goals a year is what MakseLife recommends. These are things that are like you really have to work for. Progress goals, which is like the bulk of your goals, anything you're working on. And then maintenance goals. One of my favorite things, maintenance goals, because sometimes you have an area of life that just works really well for you, and it can be really easy to kind of forget about that in the goals. And you know, you really want to celebrate your wins. I think that makes it a lot easier to keep going. So I think in those kind of categories, setting maintenance goals, being like, hey, I have this really great system that already works. I want to just maintain it. And it's really low effort in terms of what I have to do to work towards that goal. But I know that that goal being in place is making my life better. And so I want to celebrate that that's something that I do well. So I do really like maintenance goals. A lot of routines fit really well into maintenance goals. Like if you have an established routine that works really well for you, that can be something that's like a maintenance goal. Like we have a really good monthly financial routine, and that's always a maintenance goal of mine, to just stay with that system, make sure I'm continuing to do that system. Then here it kind of just breaks down what's an annual goal, how do you chunk that down into a monthly goal and turn that into a weekly actions. Then at the bottom here in teal, you have your weekly reflections. So you get a weekly reflections page every single week in the planner. The questions aren't, I don't think they're specifically written out in it. We'll get to those pages in a minute, but MakseLife recommends the following questions. What were my wins? What worked? What didn't work? What lessons did I learn? What adjustments do I need to make moving forward? So those 5 questions, answering those every week to help you reflect on your goals. And again, this page, this whole kind of annual system here, exactly the same there as last year. The only difference that had been in this beginning section of the planner was the inclusion of the year at a glance right up front there. So you still have this things to consider. It's just like a list of words that kind of resonate with each of the life area buckets. Personally, for me, I like the compass assessment questions better for helping me set goals, but I know a lot of people really, really like this list. And again, people use this to kind of categorize what types of goals go in which category. So like here in the work and learning, you've got like career and job, coworkers, parenting, feeling appreciated, homeschooling, higher education, learning skills, fulfillment, vocational skills. So like all different things like that. So when I talk about MakseLife's flexibility, right? Like I could put my work goals in here. I have a freelance business. I could make my whole work and learning category just goals for my freelance business. But like say I want to learn Italian, that could also go in this category. Really, really flexible to make it work with your life. And anyone is going to be able to use any of these categories. It just takes like a little bit of mental customization, but it still totally fits within the system. Then this is just like a little blank dot grid page here. It says use this space to create a list or a mind map of ideas, dreams, and goals for the coming year. So just like a little bit of scratch paper, mostly needed to balance out the planner because on the next page you get to your annual goals page. These are dot grid. In each one you get like a block of space. It has the banner up at the top for the category, so yellow personal. Then it has a space to write a focus here. I usually do like a subword of the year for each category, and then how will my life improve by reaching these personal goals? And then that'll be the same in each of the categories. I'll tell you that writing this out is not usually my favorite part, and some years I do ignore it, and my answer tends to be like the same for all of them. But I tend to have like an overarching theme to my goal setting. But yeah, so you have your first 4 sets of annual goals on this page. So personal, fun and recreation, work and learning, and family and relationships. And then on the next page here, you have health and wellness, spiritual and personal growth, financial and physical environment. And then when you get to monthly, it's going to be all 8 on one double spread, and the weekly it'll be all 8 on one page. So it'll give you a sense of scale for how much you should be writing an annual goal page versus a monthly goal page versus a weekly action set of pages. And then here you have your vision board pages here. Again, here's what I did with my vision board pages from last year. And all of these pages, to me, look the same as the year before. This is another change. Last year, there was a goal quick setting tip here. That has come out of this, and I actually think it's in another product now, one that I do have coming but I don't have right now, but so now we have another dot grid page here, and it says idea garden. People wanted a little bit of extra space to write in throughout the year, especially as you get towards the end of the year and you maybe have some ideas for goals for next year. So people wanted a little bit of extra space with their annual goals, or like say I'm in February and I think of something that's going to be happening, but it's happening over the summer, and I know I'm going to need to incorporate that in my goals. I can dump that on this page and have it waiting for me for when I get to that point. So then we get into our monthly pages here. All of the goal setting work, all of the monthly pages are going to be exactly the same in both the vertical and the horizontal planner. So when we get to the weekly layouts, I will show you both the vertical and the horizontal, but all of the monthly and goal setting pages are the same. So here on our January page, all of the cover pages are very like blank and clean. You could decorate them or not. And it says, and each one of them has a different Makseism. So this one says, every day is a fresh start, just begin. So again, sort of like a quote page, but they're all like very Makse specific quotes. And then you get to your monthly calendar. The monthly calendar is Sunday start. The weekly pages are Monday's start. There is a quote on the monthly calendars. There's not quotes on the weekly pages. Very, very neutral. It does have just like a hint of the MakseLife color. So for January, that is blue. But in general, very, very clean, easy to sticker over, easy to cover up if you want. Even the quote here, like you can run some washi and cover that up if it's not, you know, if it's not your thing. You have some notes on the sidebar here and a calendar February at a glance at the bottom. Holidays are printed on there. It is in a lighter gray color. And then on January goal pages here, again, you have a quote on the monthly goals page. Both of these pages look the same as they did in the 2024 planner. One of the differences between the A5 size stuff, so the undated A5 size stuff, and the bigger 7x9 dated stuff, is that there's no quotes in the undated in the A5 size. So no quotes there, just because there's a little bit less space on the page. Of course, this is also undated, so it also doesn't say, you know, what month it is or anything. But this one, for example, does say January goals, and then it has a quote up at the top. Again, super easy to cover that up with washi. I used washi in a lot of my monthly goal pages anyways. Here was my February one. That's actually MakseLife washi. Anyway, then, so you take all of your life areas from your annual goals where you have 4 pages or 2 full spreads of annual goals, and now you have combined that into 1 full spread or 2 pages for your monthly goals. Same life categories, no question at the bottom there, but there is space for a focus if you want to use it. It's also written really lightly, so if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. Some months I use it, some months I don't. You get into your weekly spread. So I'm gonna roll right in. This is dated. So here's your January setup. You've got January calendar, January goals, and then you get into your weekly spread, which is, there's 2 pages for each week in each planner. So the first set of pages is for your weekly actions and for your reflections from the week before. So on the left-hand side, you've got this dot grid space here. Oh, this is different than last year. So last year it was just plain dot grid with a little tip on the bottom there. And up at the top, it just said really small, reflect on wins, what worked, what didn't work, lessons learned, and adjustments needed, which were like the little questions. This up at the top says, reflect on your week, use these reflections to help guide your actions for the coming week. So we have a little bit of a difference here. And then you have sort of like a little very light gray bullet journal setup for this. So you have the dot grid, but it's breaking up the spaces. I don't even know if you can see that, but like the dots splitting up the lines. That way it's perfectly divided into those 5 categories if you want to use that. If you don't want to use that, it's so light you can easily ignore it or cover it. And it has wins, working, not working, lessons, and adjustments. And again, it's really, really faint. So if you don't want to use it, you don't have to, but it's there to use, and the page is already kind of divided up for you if you want to use it. So makes it really easy. Then at the bottom here, you still have your coaching tip. You've also got a journal prompt and an affirmation. So upgraded set of tips for this time. Really, really fun. This coaching tip, by the way, is actually the same as this one. So it is the same set of coaching tips this year. But as a new thing, you've got a journal prompt. And again, there's an affirmation. And this one says, I wholeheartedly commit to living a purposeful life this year and will invest in myself by proactively planning where my time and energy go each week. That's nice. That's really nice. So a different one each week. And then a journal prompt, what day and time of the week is best for me to set aside and reflect on the current week and plan for the coming one. I like that that's really themed towards like upgrading your planner system at the beginning of the year. So each week you'll get a different coaching tip, journal prompt, and affirmation. Then you do have your weekly action pages. Again, all of your life area categories just bucketed onto one page. So same 8 steps again. Break down your annual goals into your monthly goals into your weekly actions. Then we get into our weekly planning pages. I'm just gonna flip the planner so it's a little more centered. This is the vertical layout. This is a lined vertical planner, which is probably my all-time favorite planner layout. I just find this so functional. I am a person who started planning in an hourly layout. Lots of things I want to work on and lots of empty time, and I love the lined vertical for that because it allows me to kind of take that hourly way of thinking without being specifically confined to an hourly schedule, since I don't have like a lot of appointments and meetings in the day. Anyway, it's also great for stickering, but also great for not stickering. It's just a very versatile layout, and as you can see, this is an extremely neutral planner. There's not really any color on here. The only little pop of color is the compass at the bottom there, which is so teeny tiny. you wouldn't even notice it if you weren't looking for it. You can also obviously easily cover that. This works super well with stickers. Like for example, this is one I did using a journaling kit right in the beginning of the year. This is one I did using a weekly kit, so it works really well with stickers. You can also do non-stickering spreads in here, like partial stickering spreads, however you want to plan. I do find this like a really flexible and fun layout. Layout-wise, last year versus this year, it does look exactly the same. You've got your dates up at the top. You've got your header space there. If there's a holiday, it'll be printed really small right there. Then again, the main part is lined, and then you've got like a box at the bottom. I usually put meals in there, but you can do whatever you want. And it does have like the last line there is just cut off a little to have the little compass assessment. Then over on the sidebar, this planner does have a sidebar on the right-hand side of the page, not the left-hand side of the page, so it's after Sunday, and it is lined up at the top. Perfect place for a to-do list or decorations and a to-do list. And then the bottom there is habits. And there are a lot of habits for tracking in the MakseLife, just because, again, this is a planner that is designed with goal setting in mind. Habits, a really strong part of the goal setting process. So lots of space to track your habits in a MakseLife planner. So that is the vertical layout. This is going to run dated. So you have, again, you've got your reflections, your weekly actions, your weekly spread, and then it rolls right in. Reflections, weekly actions, spread, reflections, weekly actions. This is dated, so it's going to run, you know, to the end of the month there. This is the split week of January 27th to February 2nd. And then you are going to have, instead of the weekly reflections there, you're going to have the monthly reflections, and then you're going to roll into the next month. So you've got that tab page again, into the monthly calendar, into the monthly goals, and rolling on from there. So that is the weekly layout for the vertical. Let's take a look at the horizontal. Again, all of the other pages in this planner are going to be the same. This is the horizontal edition. And then this is what the horizontal layout looks like. I think this is a really great horizontal layout. It's, again, just a really clean and simple planner. I know a lot of people really, really like this for journaling, and that might be something really fun. Yeah, so you have, again, the days of the week running on the left-hand side of the page here. It's lined, and then you have kind of like 2/3 of the segment lined, and then 1/3 there in a box, and that box is unlined. So you can use that for whatever you want. Then at the bottom here, set up, same, you've got a little notes area, and then habits. I love this. I'm much more of a vertical planner or a vertical or an hourly planner than a horizontal person, but I do really like horizontal, like stickering spreads in a horizontal, especially on a not busy week, or if I've got like a lot of journaling thoughts going on, I will sometimes grab this. The only part that I struggle with on a horizontal layout is I'm very much a to-do list person, and I like to have a weekly to-do list, and I find it a little bit hard to write like a long to-do list on the notes. Like obviously I can just split this, but for some reason that I don't love that as much as I do just like a long vertical to-do list. The habits though, that works really well. Okay, that is the horizontal layout. There's no changes to the weekly layout pages from last year. So if you have a horizontal last year and you loved it, you're gonna love it again this year. Likewise for the vertical. And again, this works the same way. You roll directly to the next set of reflections, weekly actions pages, and then you keep going from there. So when we get into February, it says life is too short to live by someone else's rules. Oh, I like that one. And then we have the pink. So we can just kind of flip through quickly. And then at the end of the month, you do get the monthly reflections. So this is just like a little bit more expanded from the weekly reflections, but you can skip your weekly reflections the last week of the month and just do these monthly reflections instead. Just a look at the bigger picture. Again, focusing on wins, working, not working, lessons learned, adjustments for next month. What am I grateful for? Habits I want to nurture and areas I want to focus on next month. And then also giving yourself a score 1 to 10, completely subjective, on how you think the month went. Then again, we have March on this side, March green here. And then at the end of March, again, it's going to be slightly different because March is the end of the quarter. So we have our monthly reflections for March, but then we have another quarterly assessment here. So we have our quarterly compass assessment Q1, and as I said, this one, it doesn't say to redo the assessment, like do the quiz on here. It just says to rate your satisfaction from 1 to 10 on each of the categories. So it has space to write your current scores and your ones from last time. You can draw it on here. That's also how the quarterly companion notebooks end, by the way, with that quarterly assessment. So you have another wheel to work with there, and then overall your scores increase, decrease, or stayed about the same. What personal actions contributed to those results? 3 words to describe how you felt over the last 90 days, and what are your biggest opportunities of growth or what you want to focus on for the next 90 days. Then you got 1 lined notes page here. This is a great place to put any of those focus on, or like to jot down goals you want to think about for next quarter, or to tweak any of your annual goals if you need to. Something I really like to do is revisit my annual goals and make adjustments if they're not working for me. Just because I said it in December or January doesn't mean it's still going to be true in March or in July. Sometimes life happens, things change, and the MakseLife totally on board with you changing your goals along with however your life changes. So then you have that. We're closed out for Q1 and we get into Q2 where we have April, progress not perfection, and this gray color. Do It Scared for May, yellow. Learn to Rest, Not Quit. I love that one too. June, teal. When You Feel Your Best, You Do Your Best. That's another good one. July, like that purple blue color. August, Live a Life That Feels Right, Not One That Looks Right. That's purple. The other one was blue. A little hard to tell under the lights sometimes. September, Don't Wait for the Opportunity, Create It. Gray for September. Enjoy the Journey, October, orange. November, Your Mindset is Your Superpower, teal. December, Choose Curiosity over Judgment. And we've got the red. So that is the end. You get to the end here, and the December one actually does end with another quarterly assessment. There's no end of year assessment in this planner because, again, the past 3 years, the gift with purchase has been the annual notebook. You can also pick these up if you want. They're usually for sale as well. So then there's a little one here that says extras, and the header on that one says invest in your future self. And let's see what's in this section here. So now we have a 2026 set here, a full double page spread. You could jot down thoughts for next year. So that is different from last year's planner where you had this year at a glance and last year and next year at a glance with just a little bit of space for important dates. So I do think that that's a really good change because now you have the 2025 page current year in the beginning of the planner and next year in the back of the planner. And then you just have some extra lined note pages here. Not too many. Again, this is a very thick planner, but a couple of extra notes pages here. There's also a folder in here. I will tell you, I think that this is going to be the vertical one though is going to be my main planner for 2025. And I am probably going to take out the folder. I usually take out the folder from my planners. I just find that it adds a lot of space and I don't take my planner anywhere, so I don't usually need to stick things in it in a folder. Anyway, you do get 1 sheet of stickers here in the colors. It's just got different flags and dots and things that say stretch goal. And then you have your back cover. Again, that really pretty inky design on this beautiful floral one. Really, really pretty and simple. So I love that. And that was the Flagship Planner in both the horizontal and in the vertical. Remember, all of the covers are interchangeable. You can pick up extra covers. The Flagship Planner itself is $78. And the additional covers are $22 a set. So there were also a couple of new accessories available for this year. The biggest accessory, the one that I'm most excited for, is there's new folios that fit these 7x9 planners. Unfortunately, they got to the warehouse a little bit late. They're going to be available for launch day regular shipping, and I will still have mine before launch day, but I don't have it right now, so I can't show you in this video. As soon as I'm back from Disney, I will post pictures here on Instagram, everywhere, and I will try and get that second part of the video up as quickly as I can. They are very, very thick and meaty folios. Like, you can fit a ton of stuff in them. Chrissy, who works for MakseLife on the video, she showed it with like her planner and all of the pet MakseLife markers in there, like in the folio, and it's still zipped closed. So I'm really excited to see that. It comes in 2 colors. I got it in cream. It's only available very neutral for now. They're testing it out. If it sells well, they will add more colors in later. But so I did get a cream one. Really excited to try that out. And that folio will be $58. It is a vegan leather folio. Again, that'll be in my next video. I don't have that right now. What I do have right now though is this really cool planner caddy. So this is $45. It's like one of those things you can travel with you, stand up on your desk. I love things like this for summer because we go to the beach a lot during the summer to my parents' beach house, and we stay there for long chunks of time. Sometimes we're working there, you know, not full on vacation mode. So sometimes I do like to bring my planner with me, and then I don't have my full office setup when I do that. So I can pack a little caddy like that and then just pop this next to my desk at the beach and work. I'm gonna zoom out slightly there. Yeah, so this is super cute. It's got the Moxie pinstripe on the outside. It stands up, but it's also really lightweight. And then on the inside here, the top section here divided into 3 little subsections here. You've also got this pocket in the back. The pocket definitely holds a slim A5 notebook. Nothing too thick is gonna fit back there. Stickers for sure. You can put some washi there. There's some MakseLife washi from last year that they were kind enough to throw in my box. You can also pop in, I've got Moxie markers. There are no new Moxie markers this year, but I do have both the highlighters and the dot markers from previous launches. And actually they fit in perfectly just with right in the bins, even fit in there. So these hold quite a bit. You know, you can also take your Moxie bookmark, stick that in there, all kinds of different things. So really fun, lots of pockets there. There is also a pocket on the back here as well. So you can kind of pack this up how you want to pack it up and then take it with you to go. So really, really fun little accessory. And the snap, it Velcros closes and snaps closes. And the snap has the little compass wheel on it, if you can see that. So cute. And again, that is $45. The other accessory that I do currently have are these 2 new desk pads. These are like very luxurious looking. The paper is the really nice MakseLife paper. They're on like a cloth backed thing. It's like gray, so they're definitely like very luxurious feeling sets. They're also like really thick. There's a lot of pages here. This one is called the Living My Best Life, and it's just dot grid. These are both $15, so $15. And then this one, the Just Begin, has the rainbow checklist on it, so I love that. This one is about 5¼ inches by 5½ inches, and this one from the top here is about like 7⅓ by 3½, just for size reference there. I can show you what that looks like next to the planner. So again, this is a 7×9 planner, so you can see what that looks like comparatively there. So yeah, so just 2 new sets of desk pads there, or notepads there, and again, they're $15 each. That is it for the accessories I currently have in my hand. I do have a few more things coming. 1, my additional covers will be here soon, and I'll show you them when I do have them. 2, the cream colored folio, and then 3, which I don't have now, which they've previewed on the website. There is a Purposeful Life desk easel. So it's like a little desk stand. I'm gonna pop a picture up of it, and it has 53 weeks of life coach tips, mindset affirmations, and reflective journaling prompts. So I'll have to check that out in person and see if it's like the same prompts that are in the planner or if it's different. I will let you know when I have that, but I did pick that up and it is $25. The other thing that I have, which I'm so excited for, there's 2 new what they're calling toolkits this year. There's an annual toolkit, an annual goals toolkit, and then a quarterly goals toolkit. And I did pick up both of them, so I will be able to share both of those with you soon. They each just have like a different set of kind of products, paper products, like in a folder that just offer like kind of more information for the process. So the quarterly one, which is the one that I'm super like really excited for, has something to set up quarterly goals if that's something that you want to do, which is not in the planner. So if you want to, after your quarterly assessment, break down your goals one more time into a quarterly set of goals, you can do that. It's also got stuff to like map out the seasons and keep things current in that way. So I'm really excited to see exactly what's inside all of these. The toolkits are $16 a piece, so like again, a really affordable way to get started with goal setting if you want some kind of paper product, but the $78 planner is not in your budget. The last thing that I don't have and I am not getting is there's also a set of functional stickers available for $26. It comes with a ton of stickers that are in the MakseLife colors. So if you're someone who uses a lot of MakseLife stickers, that's a good thing to pick up for your planning. And that is everything for the launch. Like I said, there's no new undated products. If you want to pick up a new set of companion notebooks, they will be available. It'll just be last year's colors and last year's set. There isn't a new set of companion notebooks this year. Likewise, if you are a daily planner person and you want to check out MakseLife's new daily planners, this again was a launch from this summer. It comes in a couple of different colorways, and it is a 6-month planner now, a 6-month undated daily planner with no goal setting stuff in here. So that was the change that was made to the daily planners over the summer. So it's really cool. It's a great daily layout, especially if you're someone who only uses a daily sometimes, but not all of the time. Again, it is undated. So that will also be available, but again, no new covers, no changes to that. It's the ones from the summer. But that is it for today. So thank you so much for watching. Again, my affiliate link is down in the description below. If you enjoyed my content and want to shop using my link, you can also use my discount code. Thank you so much to MakseLife as well for sending me these gorgeous new planners. I cannot wait to start planning for 2025. Are you shopping the launch? Let me know what you're gonna get in the comments below. Are you team vertical or team horizontal? What new cover design is your favorite? Which accessories are you picking up? I can't wait to hear. Again, all of these go live at 1 p.m. Eastern time on October 22nd. Happy planning, happy shopping, happy new planner season. For even more coverage, you can check me out over on Instagram or on TikTok at MyCraftyPlans. If you've got questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I will try my very best to help you. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye!